You can't say the same.
It's been much more than 3 moons,
Yeah.
Yeah.
most likely.
Well, this is the first time Alaric's had it for ages.
As much as normally, so Alaric's just
He just
saying,
has a canteen on him all the time. You know, never know.
He never knows when, like, the old war wounds will, like, flare up, so...
Yeah. It's true. You never know. You don't know
Whenever,
what poison
Ashra
can do.
makes a burn that needs to be soothed. You know.
Yeah, well, I guess we rest here for the day after disposing of the bodies somewhere.
In the sun. Dump them over here.
Just away, because...
far enough away that the smell won't be here.
And the shadow cats won't
Oh, like
come for
You know-
us.
This spot was apparently good enough for the Dornish, so it's good enough for...
Fucking good enough for us, yeah.
Until
not
the guy
really
who
time
ran
to
away
find
gets
one.
And it's almost
another patrol and taxes.
dawn, so...
it is
So-
day now.
So long
yeah.
as this guy doesn't start singing to attract, like, more people, like, scared by, like, the eyeball collector. He's like, I need another group to come rescue me."
Fuck,
Oh,
help me! This guy's
Something
All
so-
crazy.
good times
There
2.
were lions.
Yeah, Baron just looking at this keychain and then looking over towards him.
He seems to have accepted that this is his, like this is lucky enough. He doesn't want to push it. You're stupid.
I mean, he's been saved.
He's pretty shit times.
You roll the
just,
rescue party.
So, have you been moving around here for long?
We've been in the mountains for close to a half moon.
That's all. Well, you've been to the roost.
No.
All right.
We've come to deal with those... what they call, vultures.
Have you been
What's
to the roost?
Yes, we went there to look. It was a bad decision on my part. I shouldn't have taken the guards who would the guides who would do it for almost nothing.
In retrospect, too good to be true.
Yes, they say you should seize the chance when you get it, but maybe there was an error.
Maybe they were the ones seizing the chance.
Yes, that sounds logical. Yes, that would be true, I think. So, well, anyway, there was they certainly were amused when I arrived. They put all the others in the pit. Sort of, seems as if he's about to gag by the memory. So it's always hated snakes. If they are about to capture me again, just shoot me. Just please. I don't think they would have the. I don't think they would be nice the second time. Regardless, there were quite a lot of people there. Some of them might even have been important. I recognized some of them, like heraldry and such. Not only vultures.
What did the heraldry look like?
Say, skull with a crown. Saw that one. Don't know the name of it. It's from down here somewhere.
Motherfuckers.
That's Manwoody. That's further on down the Prince's Pass.
There's snake. Certainly, lots of them. Snakes.
Snake around a foot, maybe?
Around
Snake-
everything, yes.
Ah. I meant the heraldry.
And a bird with a hat.
Fowler.
Just a few more that I probably don't remember. A bird and a baby. Should have paid a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that was one of them.
What about the
directional
gate?
sign. So what? The gate? They had a gate. Yes, there was the one I entered through.
I meant heraldry. Heraldry.
Oh.
Still on the topic of heraldry.
No, I don't think so. There might have been. I didn't see all of it.
Okay.
I was focused on other things, though I did try to. Let's see.
Did you recognize any heraldry among the captives? Did you behold any of the imprisoned there at all in the roost?
They had the same I have. He sort of looks down himself. The sort of just the tunic. Just they not really got to keep their stuff though. I don't think there were too many captives. It seems like they were being brought out from there, just to be looked upon and then sent on. I think. Maybe wouldn't even have put there to begin with. Seemed like the people here generally capture them on the roads, the pass the way, and then bring them and sell them back to smaller groups of bandits and such who will collect the reward for finding them or ransom them themselves. I just tried to convince them that I was more important than, well, than what they would otherwise have thought, I suppose.
And by the 7, it seems that it did you well enough.
Yes, I am. I'm alive, and so looks as you did make short work of these people. So it's better than my people did. Or far too many
Sir,
for me to count, though.
Well, Sir Alaric Caladan, winner of multiple grand melees and arms master of the Reach. Yes, of the Reach entirely, and not the actual marshes. Let's try that again.
Yeah. Take 2. Cut.
I know, like Lord
Hand of the King.
The entire Reach and Westeros.
Damn, something's happened in the moon I've been gone.
Oh, I missed quite a bit. Arms master of the marshes. Of course, his handiwork is so evident and present. How could these, and she actually spares enough water to spit like out of the outcropping, like into like the desert sand. Like, how could they withstand true Westerosi steel and skill?
Yes, yeah. If you did show them, though there were hundreds, thousands of them. I hope you're not planning to go to the roost. Anyway,
Oh,
the plan was
no.
to dissuade you from that direction.
No, but I am sure that the master tactician, commander of armies, invader of will, would be very interested in knowing as much as you do about the roost, its layout, positioning of people. Another time, maybe, once you've rested and recovered your voice. I hear that you're still very hoarse. You should relax.
Yeah, thanks.
As much like sensitivity as she can muster for like someone she doesn't really care about. I know, and Alaric's like, I didn't even kill anyone. Bree like looks towards Alaric and does that awkward smile again that she was doing before we got into the desert.
He's still very confused at Bree in general these days. He just doesn't. He misses just the pure anger of Bree sometimes. Like, he knows where he stands when she's cursing at him.
I am sure that to relax, Sarah Cousin, as we ease off into whatever sleep that we can manage, that the good sir here, whom we have rescued, will be very interested in hearing of your accolades and exploits. Something to remind us all of greener pastures. She gestures out into the fucking, like, rocky wasteland.
I think the north is greener than this hell.
I wouldn't know about that. I hear there's a wall up there, but who builds walls that big?
No one can build walls that big.
I would say that it can't be as bad as it sounds when people talk about it, but as it looks around, since I've been wrong before.
I mean, apparently winter's been going on for the past several moons, but really I haven't noticed anything. They say it's cold up there.
They say it snows almost all the time up there. But it seems a bit odd, right? An 100-foot wall?
I miss snow. It's out. It's like water just falling.
Just water, cold would be great as well.
Everyone just falls silent, fantasizing about water.
Everyone just kind of like tilts their head like JD from Scrubs and just imagines what it would be like to drink cold water again.
See the breath pushed out as like dust from the side here, like brush. It falls down a little bit, like someone like moves their fingers, the skin like sort of dry paper. Just as they get their small rations of water.
Yeah.
And on that sad note,
trying to get a little bit of sleep in the basically like a stone oven, but at least it doesn't roast you. So just sort of
mildly cooks you.
I hope no one turns it on.
Wait, it isn't on?
It's constantly on. The giant
the
nuclear
next day,
furnace.
You're planning to go towards this camp then?
Yeah.
I think so. They sound like they have the supplies there, and since so many of this damn party was interested in hunting these experts down, I think the time for that is waiting before the Strider man, like, they're like, ah! There's white people in the mountains! Oh, excuse me. There's Ridgelanders in the mountains!
Yeah, when? Yeah.
Because I don't think there's like this crazy telegraph office where like the news is broadcasted everywhere, but the facade of surprise might be cracking.
Yeah. Day 12, so that's wounds, right?
That would be a week of past for wounds.
Yeah.
So.
And injury.
And injury.
Yeah. I'll roll for Sir Alaric first.
Yep.
So Alaric, I successfully managed to diagnose what your wound is already. It was quite glorious.
Yeah, it's a wound, buddy.
Does anyone have the DC?
21 for strenuous.
DC of 21. It is a heroic check to somehow make his wound better while traveling with practically no water in the Red Mountains.
No, but it does not get worse.
I wish I could. I'm just curious. This is just curiosity. I'm just.
Of course, you'd have to factor in your family.
I did. Yeah. I'm curious,
Now for Baron Flowers, do I roll for the injury separately to the wound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though technically I haven't fought since.
I will, I suppose, roll for the injury first then.
I think what you've done counts as hard physical
Mountain
activity.
climbing does as well.
Yeah.
Unless you just want to haul down onto this rock.
That's for injury.
Not for a week, no.
I think that does a
Yep.
ring.
12
Yep,
is
that
the
beats
highest.
the DC of 12.
And then I will do for wound. Success!
Just damn.
All right.
Oh. He is a wound down.
Somehow, Rin passes a heroic difficulty healing test and manages, despite the lack of supplies, despite the horrid traveling conditions, despite Varen Flowers' crazy physiology, despite the grand exertions and the work by, like light filtering in from the hated desert sun.
Ren is, he's working in very bad conditions here, with basically the supplies he could fit in a small box he brought from House Karen.
Performs a feat that the maesters in Old Town would have been like, not fucking
So,
bad.
pretty fucking good, yeah. Yeah, he's not
Though-
a scrub at this.
No.
Though
Ren is having to
Maester,
treat a lot of wounds.
Maester Cole would look at that and go, sloppy work. Just sloppy.
Yes, he would.
But understandable given the conditions, really.
No leeches.
No leeches, that's your
Water.
problem. Yeah.
They don't store in deserts.
No, we really don't.
Yeah, Varen will seem slightly less gloomy and be very appreciative of Varen and compliment him on his very good healing skills.
Yes, like when you wake up in the morning, like Ren, unravel some of the bandages to change them. It's like, and you can see it's like basically healed up.
I mean, generally in the mercenary company, you'd have like a camp slave to do that sort of thing for you, which is just like put water on there and then wrap it in like some sort of bandages.
Mm-hmm.
Ever considered becoming a maester, young man?
Never.
I wouldn't either.
They don't really do much down south.
They Bree from like her little bedroll mumbles out, "They can't make a chain big enough for your neck, big bastard."
True, he'd have to pass many more exams than everyone else.
It's true.
Yeah. He'd have to become a Grandmaster so he can get like the extra long double chain.
Well, no, the thing is, to become a maester, the rule is you have to make enough links that your chain can go around your neck. So he can't become one until he gets enough.
That is probably true, my lady.
Then I want to see Sir Alaric in maester robes.
Banner, go!
Sir Erlin keeps up. He is not as clunky as Alaric, and not as nimble as the Dornishman. He's sort of in between. But he seems to be sort of...
It might be because he's not wearing his armor.
He has no armor, yeah. He just sort of has to... He's taken some of the body wraps from the corpses and, clumsily put those on. Maybe one of the Dornishmen has helped him with it.
What is his preferred weapon?
A longsword.
Don't have that.
Yeah, I can't
He had
imagine
one.
anyone
It
has
was
one.
nice and castle forged.
Yeah.
Does my
But,
health go, by the way?
Yeah. After
yeah.
a battle, your health goes to max.
Your health is just like your stamina.
It's your
Like,
stamina basically. It's
Yeah.
when you begin to go tired and be sloppy. That's when your health is down. That's why you begin to take injuries then.
Or
Yeah.
when you're dealt such a critical blow that even with full health, it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't be not sloppy from.
Arm down to the shoulder.
A little bit of though. Let's just see here. You will travel north in this terrain. That should be okay, I think. But let's see. Do you want to do it like a survival roll with Keeman?
Sure.
We'll see what kind of shelter we might find. These couple of days of traveling. Oh, that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, sure. Just no problem with those ones. Should move a little bit further north. Should be about halfway there. He begins to, at least, even with the logbook or whatever, says that he begins to see some of the signs that you're on the right path. So maybe there's a faster way to get there, like if you knew the hidden paths or whatever. But we'll take the long route. And you just sort of keep on going on.
Cool.
One of these days, the shelter you find is actually a sort of a narrow sort of hollowing cave entrance in a way. Seems to have been mostly done by wind, although someone's clearly also been digging here. You can hear from down the little hole path basically in under the cliffside that there is the sound of running water.
Is there any?
Which is more than you thought so far.
There any like? Well, it would be near the water that there'd be red slime, I'd imagine. Or if there's any around here, to begin with.
Yeah, it's supposed to grow near the water.
Yeah. Near the water is probably going to be some people.
It doesn't sound like there are people, at least. He will say that he doesn't see tracks of anyone.
Mm-hmm.
TV in the background.
I don't know. I like running water, and it's a good place to resupply water. But I don't like going in a cave. Do you know?
No. At least it won't be as hot in there.
Sounds like there's a bit of an echo from the water.
True.
Yeah.
What does Kievan Master Dorn Survival Man, keeper of the sacred knowledge about slimes and snakes, what does he think?
Kneels down and picks up what seems to be a goat skull. And looks at you and says that there's probably a reason that there are not so many people here, but it could be worth the risk.
Foreboding.
I do agree. For the lack of people around running fresh water, there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason.
It could be that this is a horrid, inhospitable location. These fucking red mountains, and there's not that many people to be at every site.
Yeah, but like, if anything is going to be near running fresh water, it'll be animals. They're gonna cling to this like you know, like running fresh
Snakes.
water in the desert. So,
Could you even see if there has been like animals in this area?
It looks like there has been animals in this area, yeah. There's bones too.
what do the rest of the party think?
Bree thinks it's worth the risk because she doesn't understand the concept of like slime and ooze things and like animals being polluted by it and dying.
Yeah.
That's so Alaric shouldn't climb down.
We do need the water.
It's true, we are running out pretty soon. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Just looking at everyone.
That instantly makes me want to not go. That just
The alarms
just
are
that.
going off, right?
Yeah. Just that. What's the worst that could happen? It sounds like all the terrible things that happen if we're second frame.
And every veteran adventurer is just like fucking like triggered.
Yep. It's both poisoned and there's an ambush waiting.
Surely we'll expect them to come to the poisoned water hole, and that's what we'll give them.
I mean, I can't, right?
I mean, didn't the ambusher have a map of locations?
No.
No, I thought
He had a landmarks for how to get to this campsite, where I'm sure all the
Okay,
water
no.
we get ever once there, we just succeed.
How far away could we estimate it is?
I mean, it's hard to tell. You don't know really when there's going to be like a mountainside that you just can't climb and have to walk around. But a few days?
He said a few days, so our water will hold.
And it will make us more motivated to win.
We're motivated to
don't-
win, to not die.
Those who don't die fighting sort of die from thirst in the desert.
Yeah.
The doctor
Pretty
is
good
not a hero.
motivator for morale, yeah.
There will be no retreat.
Yep. You can't be in a retreat because they will die anyway.
Yeah.
Sir Westerling giving us the same look that's on his token, like,
I mean, it is just here. Is there a reason not to take some?
It could have a slime that is horrifically deadly to us.
I mean, someone could go have a look, right?
So,
Yeah, someone could go have a look.
oh, that would be Kevin.
Yeah. Alright, yeah.
He even has
Perhaps-
rope.
Kevin can go and scout ahead. Very carefully, stealthily.
He's the one with survival. He's the one with survival. He knows what to look for.
Yeah,
Looking
he's
for the snakes
survivally
and the
and
slime.
stealthily. Looking for snakes, slime. He's definitely looking for snakes as he's horribly afraid of them.
Yeah.
So,
You really go in there alone?
He will be missed.
I mean, does anyone else wish to follow?
Not me.
Volunteers?
No, I'm not volunteering. That's not something that Bree would do.
I mean, Varen would not help.
What does he have in a 5 dice? Damn.
Agility.
Yeah, I guess. And he
Even though
does have a
Marvel's either shooting
reroll
something
as
at them,
well.
perhaps.
He does have a reroll as well, so.
True. He does have a once per day reroll.
just let him go in there alone.
He's your character's friend, Dirk.
Yeah. I think Ren's going to go try going as well. Makes sense.
We'll sit out here and listen for trouble.
If
And
we hear...
if our Dornish guides die, then I guess
Then
we
we're
need to
dead.
pick up a new one at the camp.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be very loyal.
Hello, we're looking for a guide.
This isn't how it works.
And they like
Sir
start-
Erlin
they
looks
start
at you like,
laughing.
yeah, that went great last time. Yeah. All right. Well, as Ren like follows in into the
It's been
dark
recorded.
cave, I suppose he brings like a torch or something like that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Kind of dark.
Yeah. He doesn't have the night eyes.
But also to scare away any predators that might be in there.
The place has basically a low ceiling. It's not really made by people, so as you sort of move in, it has very organic shape. There's sort of bulbous and whatnot around it.
Sure.
You can sort of press yourself through, even though at one point it's like so thin that you kind of have to like stretch out your arms to push yourself through. The big people probably wouldn't be able to, but eventually you basically land down, like you hear like a splash below you from like Kieran sliding through the hole that goes down. It looks like this probably like maybe like when the monsoon hits, like when basically the few weeks where it just rains crazy amounts in the mountains here, which actually shouldn't be too far away since spring was kind of ushered in when you left for the mountains here. This might be like a drain basically down into what seems to be this underground river. He's standing basically his boots in this water that's rushing below, and he's looking around, squinting. I'll go down with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Keeping an eye out, trying to look for example, slime and snakes.
Roll me an agility check.
Sure. Is
Just
there
slide
a
through the land in the water?
particular specialty that may apply for this?
What do you use for
Balance.
jumping down holes? Balance would work, I think. Yeah.
I mean jumping
It's
down.
more. It's more the landing in the running water and not falling over into it.
because they're like ignoring like fall damage and stuff is like acrobatics, so it's like I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think balance works.
Okay, in which case it will just be 4 dice.
All right. Well, you land in the water and you sort of slip on the surface there, and you fall and splash like in the water. The torch goes tumbling into it too. Kieran's quick to pull you up, basically.
Maybe that was like Rin's like subconscious motivation because he hates the light.
It's true. He does hate his own torch. Just like
He was holding it out like, ugh.
yeah, he holds it out like
The
a
time
large-
where he has to hold his hands like all close to him.
and that's probably what resulted in his catastrophic like ones there. He's like, hi, why am I the one carrying the torch? Stupid fucker. Like, oh!
there is a reason why, like, when we were approaching camp before, I specified he wasn't the one holding the torch. Everyone else was.
Yeah. That's you and basically pulls you up. You look around. Basically, you're blinded now. In here, because there's no light. He looks around, squints, and says, "I think I see the slime." She squints at the walls.
That's no good.
We should probably leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sort of try to help you climb up the hole, helping you from beneath. You'll help him like climb up, following you.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a rarity. Like, here I am in the desert, dripping water.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make your
like-
way out.
And not a drop to drink.
He rushes you a little bit hurriedly, sort of getting you out of there.
Did you spot something else?
Just the slime. It was. I'm very sure that it was that.
Well, we can't drink any of it.
He says, hopefully it doesn't do anything by contact. She looks at the clothes.
That is a good question.
Should probably change.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
We'll basically begin taking his gloves and begin pulling your clothes off of you. Trying to help you get out of it as fast as possible.
Like as he's doing it, like can Ren like think like what like might the slime have something to do with that with like his like healing skill?
Might be more knowledge.
Then no way.
Yeah, because you don't have any education.
Nope.
But you don't really see like a wound or anything right now. But that would definitely be like knowledge.
It's like later on, he can self-diagnose. He sees the symptoms.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty fucked.
Get it off. Throwing it on a pile on the ground.
Ren will change into his because he luckily Ren brings multiple sets of clothes.
How do
in
you-
his backpack, perhaps.
I suppose technically they would be because where else would you store them
Mm-hmm.
while you're traveling?
Did he bring that?
Climbing down.
Yeah.
I
Water.
mean,
skins and
I suppose actually because you said it was a very narrow tunnel, it would be really hard to bring a backpack through that. So
All right. But the stuff he was wearing, at least, as I'll help getting it off of him.
I'm down to one set of traveler's clothes and one set of court clothes.
What armor were you wearing?
Padded.
All right.
Which
You mentioned that it is lucky that you had nothing more expensive on.
everything else is too heavy for Ren.
Yeah.
So, are those old garments being set in a glorious fire that can be admired across the landscape?
Right now, just thrown in a pile. The rest of you basically see them come out. Ren is like all wet, doesn't have the torch anymore, and
No
then
longer
like
armored.
they just begin to strip him.
Kevin like looks like let's actually remember the name of my character. It's not Kevin.
You are now
God.
Kevin.
Hand of the King.
Oh god! I mean,
It's
you are
close,
Queen,
right? I mean,
You are Queen Bree.
Bree like looks like over at the two like large men, Oath Magoo and Oath McGee, and says, "Think that confirms there's slime in there."
Would imagine so, my lady.
Sir Erlen looks confused, having not really heard of slime before you guys begin talking about it.
Bree looks over and says, "It's information we received before we traveled here. We did come prepared with knowledge so that we wouldn't be taken by surprise. We stopped at Helmbreaker's Hall, and we learned that among the other innumerable dangers of these mountains are these infected watering holes. There's some sort of slick substance that dwells within there. All the animals who drink it die. All of the people who eat animals who drink from those holes die.
So, suppose we shouldn't stay here much longer then. Yeah, good that you know to look for that.
Presumably, like she gestures towards like the group some distance away as like Rin's being stripped of everything. Like Bricat gestures over, like presumably he does look like he fell in, so nothing he's wearing could be safe. It's supposedly something that you have to. Oh, I hope it's he's. What if he's been touched by it? What if it's all over him? And what if just by being next to him, the slime gets on you somehow?
Doesn't that seem likely? So it looks too like Alaric.
Alaric just kind of scowls at Bree and says, he did not say anything about worrying about contact with it. Just ingestion.
Well, Rin's the doctor, the physician among us, right? He would know best, and he's being stripped of all the clothes he has.
If he was a danger to all of us, I'm sure he would tell us.
Yes, that's what anyone would do.
Yeah. So, I mean, right? Well, regardless, there hasn't really been any signs or anything that something like this would happen, right? So, I suppose it's being handled.
I guess we'll see if your friend starts growing blisters and sores and starts dying horrifically in a few hours.
I'm glad that it's still dark out here, because what's happening over there is not proper for a lady of my stature.
Shakes his head and says, no, definitely not.
So Erlen seems like he's going to say something, but then just shuts up and shakes his head slightly.
He's gonna say something like, you pop men's heads off with swift movement, how can you...
Hey, he has seen none of that.
He
okay?
said he's seen none of that.
Well, I'm glad I bought multiple sets of clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.